Okay, so I'm back. I had a request for Terrorking Salmon, so I decided to try and build a deck around it. And when I thought of a water-based deck, I don't know why I thought of the Phantasm City. I thought, ooh, I bet I could make a water engine, especially with Tenyi, because I thought there'd be a certain interaction that would happen, which did not. This is not in the current build. This is something I added after facing a water deck, but I thought because I had a normal monster, I thought Monk of the Tenyu would count as a normal monster, but it did not. But I still want you guys to see how this deck ended up functioning. It worked. The problem was I really didn't see Terrorking Salmon very much. And so I was able to do lots and lots of things with the cards that I chose. And I felt like there was definitely some synergy there with the Tenyi engine because they're free special summons. There's also the trap card, which is really good with all your normal cards that you're playing. I thought, okay, I'm actually probably in pretty good shape here. And as you can see, my opponent, he definitely had a hard time facing this the first time around. And the deck works. I mean, that's the thing that I thought was super interesting. I ended up winning quite a few of my matches that I was facing when I went against this, but again, the Terrorking Salmon did not come into effect very much. So I thought, okay. And I thought, well, surely maybe it's just a few duels that I had. No, I kept playing over and over again, and I noticed that it just wasn't happening. Again, I saw the level 4 there. I'm trying to think of the name of it now. The Mega something Smasher X fish or dinosaur card there. I always think of Jurassic World whenever I look at that. I got that out all the time. In fact, I saw the 7-colored fish all the time. In fact, you could have named this more a 7-colored fish deck than you could a Terrorking Salmon deck. And notice I'm swarming the field very quickly. Things are working the way that I want them to. My opponent is fishing at this point for cards, using the trade and doing everything he can to try and find a way. Gets the Lightning Storm, great card. All my stuff goes to the grave. I'm not very worried though because I get a Phantasm token out. That allows me to draw a card. I'm just going to get my cards out on the next turn. Everything's going just fine. And honestly, I don't even need to. I do go ahead and normal. It's a great card just because it gets me additional resources in case there is some sort of wonky hand trap. But go ahead and attack. And yeah, there's nothing that my opponent could, end up doing in that situation. So yeah, I mean, it was definitely working. Now, this deck was interesting because I had just flipped for skill drain, and notice this is turn 31, right? I still haven't seen Terrorking Salmon yet, and I have 3 copies that are in the deck. 3, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I've got 3 copies of this in here, and I can't find it. I thought, oh, this is not working. Now, this duel here, this is a terrific one. This is where you see the synergy with the Tenyi engine. And again, I'm always trying to make budget decks that are going to be super cheap for me to use. He had a cubic-based engine, and I wanted to make sure I waited for the Duzla there because I thought, oh, if I can make sure I use that trap card there, that slows him down. Gets out the Unchained card here. And honestly, I'm not worried because I negated the effects of the monster. So I thought, okay, I'm in pretty good shape here. Again, he's trying to activate effects in the end phase. That's not actually happening. I've got what I need in the hand. This is perfectly fine because with that normal summon, that gives me the trap. I go ahead and use the trap, making sure it's not in the same column because what if one of those face downs is something different? It turns out it was just Lost Wind, so, that's not bad. Getting in for some good damage here. This is actually a pretty good duel back and forth. That's why I thought you guys might enjoy watching how the deck did function, even though I had 3 copies of that in there. I just did not see it as much as I would have liked. I thought, oh, come on. You gotta give me a chance to get this in. But, effects are being activated here. The Dark World's a very fun deck, especially if you like seeing things go to the grave. Skill Drain does nothing for me when it comes to this deck. It doesn't help me at all. I'm just going for extra damage here. I thought, well, this should get him down pretty far. And notice just 100 life points left at this point. Not too bad. I did think that I was going to get a card draw off that, though, when I normaled that, because it's a normal monster. That did not end up happening, because I thought that might have sealed the deal for me with the duel. But notice what's brought out here. I mean, it's a very good card. And so the fusion, it's big, it's powerful, it's definitely a problem. I get my token out. He's able to use the effect. I chain immediately because I'm thinking, oh, okay, I've got to do something here. And I like the card that I'm able to grab because I'm thinking that should probably end this if I do this right. But I didn't know if he was going to attack or not. And he does. And I thought, oh, okay, that's pretty interesting because that actually helps me. So I go ahead and special. And that's why I like the 10 cards in this engine, because with them being normal monsters, I get additional pops, if that makes sense. And so, yeah, he gets this card out. But I know next turn he's in real trouble here with me having that trap. It's just, delaying the inevitable in this situation. I just set that face down. I don't even bother to switch anything because I know that I should be in good shape here. Goes ahead and attacks in. That's fine. Use the effect because I had another one in there off of me being able to dump it off of a card effect he did. And so I thought, okay, I don't even have to use the trap. I did anyways because he didn't activate the other stuff. So I thought, I wonder what that other trap might be. And so then at this point, he surrenders. I've gotten everything I need. But notice it works, right? I mean, the deck is effective, and I'm excited that, there's times I would maybe see the Terrorking Salmon in my hand, but I just didn't get to use it very much. Like, the whole point of me trying to build this was to have a deck that would go around it, and I really thought this engine was going to be the right engine. And like I said, I saw the Mega card there. I can't think of its name off the top of my head, but it's that level 4 water dinosaur. And I included this duel too because I thought this was a terrific match against this Cyber Dragon deck, because usually Cyber Dragon can power through. I go ahead and use the trap there. It's a great trap. Now I had a feeling, well, I wonder if he's going to have machine duplication, so I go ahead and chain Fist of the Untennied. Or Unrivaled Tenyin. Boy, did that put in work. Because if he could get out 2 Cyber Dragons, that makes a huge difference. Now, I do think that my opponent has a misplay here. So notice he uses this card, and I thought, okay, he's going to get some chains there. Oh, that's really good. That should give him a power bond. And I'm thinking that should be all he needs, because notice now he's got Cyber Dragon in hand. I don't know if now that card is not Cyber Dragon on the field, but I thought it was really interesting that he did not use the power bond and go for game. I mean, that should have been awfully close if there would have been an opportunity to do that. Now, again, I thought the way these 10 cards would work is I could equip normal cards to them. It does not. And so they must not be considered a normal monster for that reason. So I thought that was pretty interesting. So just attacking in, doing my thing. I've got my opponent down to 500. I'm thinking, okay, there's a good shot here that I'm still in trouble. I mean, he's probably going to have something that's going to be able to get to me. Goes ahead and goes for another core, which I thought was interesting. And then just said it. I thought, oh man, that's weird. So something must have went wrong there when he was trying those plays. I thought, this makes no sense. So right away I activate. Notice how many times I have not had Terrorking Salmon in my hand, but this time I do. I was very excited about this. Notice with Fossil Dig, a win rate of 53% if you use that card. I thought, man, that is crazy that you've got such a high win percentage if you use that. And again, this deck works. I know that it works. It's something that I've used before. I like it. I feel that it's definitely effective. Now I am excited though, because I thought, okay, this is it. The Terrorking Salmon is actually going to come out. I'm going to be able to do this. Puts the face down, thinking, okay, I should be able to get it out here. I'm very excited. And I activate the field spell for extra protection. There it is. It has hit the field. I have gotten a card. I'm like, yes, okay. I am making it happen in this one. So it's out on the field. I'm like, yes, here we go. I use the Fist of the Unrivaled Tenyi, and I'm like, okay, it is working at this point. And yeah, you're gonna see what happens here. So I go to battle phase, and he just surrenders. So I got a very small glimpse of actually using the card in that situation. Now, as you can see, this time, the Terrorking Salmon is in my hand. There's other things I felt like I needed to do first, though, in order to make the card come out the way that I wanted it to. So right away, this is where the Tenyi strategy comes out. And I have that in there thinking, okay, if he pops this Terrorking Salmon, I'm going to be able to use something with it. So I equip it. Now it's 2,900. I'm thinking, okay, I should be good. Who uses this card? Seriously, where it's shuffled back into the deck. You barely ever see that actually happen. I was all set up. I had the Tenyi water card in deck to make things work. And this was an Egyptian god deck. I faced a ton of those. It's got to be because of all the new support. But notice the field spell was right on time with that draw. Normal summon, go in. At this point now I'm feeling pretty confident because now my opponent's in top deck mode. That's never where you want to be, especially with a deck like the Egyptian God deck. You're playing so far behind. You know, that's not an easy position to be in when that's your situation. So, but notice I'm feeling in firm control here. I've got the trap in my hand. Anything that my opponent might try, you know, it's not going to work. But again, I'm thinking, man, I just want to bring up my Terrorking Salmon. I needed one more turn. And that baby was coming out. But again, I want to make sure I press my advantage because overall, I'm still wanting to win. You know, that's my goal in these situations. I am not wanting to lose when I have duels like these. Now, this deck here, this was the one that was really difficult for me to get around because of this combination right here. That was enough to just really stop me from doing what I wanted to do as I was playing. And I thought, dang it. Because I really wanted this to work the way that I was thinking it could work. And this little combo of the jellyfish and then that other card there, I just had a very difficult time getting around it. I still got certain things in effect. I did try, I'm always trying to see exactly how things work. I put down some face downs. He activates, you know, that stops the attack. End phase, he's able to bring it back out. And then that pops the card, and it was just an endless cycle. And so I thought, oh, well, you know, sometimes that's Yu-Gi-Oh! But look at my win percentage. 75% is the win percentage that I ended up having out of 20 matches. So I won 15 of the 20. The majority of the decks that I faced were not top tier decks. There's the deck list. Oh, there it is. The Doom Kranken. That's the card. But I wanted to make sure this deck list was there because I thought some people might want to see it. But as I looked at his deck list, I thought, oh, shoot, I've never thought about playing Fish Sonar. This might get me the Terrorking Salmon more. So I am going to try and tweak some things and see if I can come up with a better theme that will go along with using that. Because I already know the Umi deck works, the Phantasm one. It works fine. When you get into really top tier decks like this one, I wouldn't say top tier, but it's got strong support cards, you know, it just doesn't work. But hey guys, thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed this content. If you did, please hit that like button. Also, we'd love to have you be subscribers to the channel. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you guys next time. And hopefully I have a better deck profile with the Terrorking Salmon to use too.
Go get it. Yeah! Good. All right. Nice catch.
Wait for your next challenge.